Hi, this is Perrin Cornell with Coldwell Banker, and it's the end of the first week of February, Super Bowl tomorrow, and we put January to bed already for January 25, which seems hard to believe. So I wanted to take just a short few minutes to talk about the market as we see it, as it starts to come out of the deep winter, and we still got plenty of winter left. Uh, I think the groundhog said, what, 6 weeks last week. So anyway, as we come out of the deep winter, we'll take a look at where we are and what possibly could go happen going forward. Now, to do that, I need to share my screen with you. So we'll do that and we'll share that. And then we'll open this. And here we are. Here's the January 25 real estate report, residential markets, single family, manufactured, and condos only. Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. So let's go up a little bit. Total sales, January of last year, we had 51. January of this year, we had 25. That's a 51% decrease. Now, you might say that's not good. I think it's probably more a reflection of everybody just trying to figure out where the economy was going and what we were doing, because look at what happened otherwise. Active listings. A year ago, we had 91. Today, we have 133 for January. That's up 46%. And if that's not enough, take a look at the median price. The median price in January a year ago was 480,000. Today it's 518,000. That's up 8%. Now, if you go down a little bit farther here, let's look at the devil's in the details. The average sales price to list price in 24, homes were selling at 93% of list price. Today, homes are selling in 25, right here, homes are selling at 97% of list price. Now, let's look at the over the last 6 months, which would take us through the winter and back up into the late fall when things started to slow down a little bit, but still 0 to 300,000 almost non-existent, but there is some out there. A lot of those are manufactured, but in any event, 0 to 300,000. We sold 18 in the last 6 months. 301 to 400, we sold 41. Now look at over here, 401 to 500, 120. That's kind of the meat market. And then over here, 501 to 600, here's another 92. And then if you go on up 6 to 700, we're at 57, and 700 to 800, we're at 33. If you want more than 800, I can get you those numbers, but basically they're going to be pretty consistent in this about this range right here. Now, that means if we sold 300, that means in that price range of 0 to 300, we sold about 3 months, and we have a 5.7 month supply of those on hand. Okay. That's the indicated months of the current supply. 301 to 400, we sold 41. Well, excuse me. Yeah, we sold 41. That's 6.8 per month and a monthly supply of 3.7. Now, this monthly supply, keep in mind that if it's over 6 months, it's considered a buyer's market. If it's under 6 months, historically, it's been considered a seller's market. So in the hot spot, 401 to 500, obviously sold 120. We sold about 20 per month, or an average of 2.8. And you get up here into 501s to 600s, 500 to 600. Again, we 15 a month, 20 a month here, 15 a month there. You add those two together, that's 35 homes a month. That's pretty good business. Um, and a 2.2 month supply and a 2.7 month supply in the 6 to 700,000. I would have thought this one would have been a little lower, the 400 at 2.8, but no, it isn't. It's not lower than those. And we got 2.7 months supply in the 700 to 800,000. So all those things indicate that the inventory is building, not quite as fast as we might think, and that the time on the market should be pretty competitive, should be pretty aggressive this year, at least at this point. That's what we're seeing. Now, incidentally, all this data above is from the real estate snapshot published monthly by the Pacific Appraisals Association here in Wenatchee. Uh, let's take a look at, here's another factor that's involved, and this is from a local lender. The mortgage rates, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. And this is as of last week. Now, the mortgage rates took a bump up um, last month and got up over 7%, and then they started coming down again. And then they bumped up again. But now, as of last week rather, so it looks like conventional was at 6.875 with an APR of 7, a little over 7. And here you shows what your loan amount is, what the down payment would be, and therefore what your estimated monthly payment would be. Here's FHA 625 and 7.225. The reason for that is the price of the premium on FHA for their insurance, and VA 6% and 6.362. Now, I want to tell you something. Sometimes it's interesting to figure out a way, how can we, take advantage of the market? Well, if you were interested in buying today, and let's say you're going to buy at 600,000 and you wanted to put 20% down, $120,000, um, and get a conventional loan, you're going to be somewhere around this 6.875, 7.01, and a payment up here of around 3.751. However, if you were a VA eligible client, why not go to VA? Well, obviously their loan amount is different, but what you can do with VA is you can go over their loan amount and still put money down. So in other words, on the first 500,000, you would be paying on the first 500,000 you could get for zero money down. Then whatever you went over that, you could put down. So let's say we doing our $600,000 house, you could put $100,000 down. So now your loan amount's down to 500,000 and you're getting 6.362 instead of 7.017. A full point on $500,000 worth of money just by thinking about it and switching from one idea to the other. Okay? So that's just a little idea, a little bit about what's going on in the market, and I look forward to seeing you out there. If I can give you any help or answer any questions, feel free to call me, Perrin Cornell, Coldwell Banker, 509-669-0354, 669-0354, and never too busy for your referrals. Look forward to talking to you later, and have a great new year, and we will go forward from here. Thanks again.